Okay, hey guys, so this time I got this little dashboard. This don't get too deep into the design and all these little pieces. Okay, I will explain how everything works, but this is just a demo, and I will show you how to use or how to implement reusable components on React.js. Okay. So let's start. I'm using for the charts and here React-Chartsjs2. So in order to install them, you will need to run npm install React-Chartsjs2 and Chartsjs to save that. Let's go to package.json and show you that I got Chartsjs and React-Chartsjs2. Okay, so that's the only thing you need. And also this one is built with I'm not sure if it shows here, but the create react app, the newest one, I think is version 2. So let me show you. So if you refresh, you have these little animations. Okay, this is built in the Chartsjs module or plugin. So let's take a look at how I got this thing. Okay, in my app.js, okay, you'll see I have this widget, span widget, origin, and all these things that are just components. Let's open this widget. Okay, are all components. So also I'm managing the state here. You could use Redux and or context API. You could use whatever you want, but I'm just setting all the state information here, and I'm just passing them using props. But okay, let me show you. Okay, let's start with this. So in the first well, not first component, but yeah, here sorry, as I'm mounting the component, I'm making a fetch to random users. So I'm getting this. Okay. Okay, I'm getting this information, returning the JSON, and from that I'm just consoling the results. Let me press F12. Okay, I have a class where 949 is, I think all these things. Okay, same class name and the same class name. Oh, it's this. Okay, fresh. Okay, everything's working. So at first I'm making the fetch to API, random users API. I'm getting all these users. This is this thing. Okay, so the first part, got this thing a little messed up, but let me see. Okay, all these are let me take a all these are widgets, well, not widgets, components. Okay, so let's take a look at span widget that is right here. So I'm not passing any data into this. What I'm using is I'm just saying this tip. This thing is, what the hell is with this indentation? Okay, I'm using this.props.children in order to return the values that are inside here. Okay, so in this case is a span widget that doesn't have anything except the list of users. Okay, in this case what I'm doing is, as I said, I got the state here, so I got this recent users list that is just an empty array. From there I'm passing this heading, okay, this prop name heading and this value. Okay, these are props, so I'm consuming this that heading that is the same as this one, but, well, yeah, but in this case is this component, and value, okay, that is an array, and I'm just mapping through that, getting the prop, getting the index, okay, using that index as a key, although you should not use the index, okay, because it has some performance issues. Remember that this key is used by React in order to manage, if you delete, okay, let me explain a little better. If you delete or add, this is the thing React checks, you know, to remove or to yeah, mostly to remove from this array of elements. Okay, so in case this thing is, for example, this is the index 1, 2 and up to, I think I have, let me show you, I have 12. Okay, so up to 12, or in this case it should be 0 index, it should be, so, but I still have 12. Okay, if I remove one, it will I'm not sure if will be like this in this new version of React. But what happens is that, you know, you have type, you have 0 to 11. Okay, as you remove one of these, we are not going to remove anyone, okay, in any of these, but if you remove one, this will rearrange, okay, as 0 to 10. Okay, so in case you have like 300 or 500, you know, of these users, it will take more time to rearrange. Okay, so in the case of having an ID, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, it will remove this ID, so it will not have to rearrange anything. Okay, so that's why you should not use the index as a key if you have a lot of values. Okay, but for now I'm using that, and because this is just a demo, okay, I only have 12 users, so keep that in mind. Don't use the index as the key. Okay, so as I'm getting this, let me show you, as I'm getting these objects, I got all the information I need. Well, not all I need, but I got all this information, okay, because I don't need all that. But from this prop, I'm just getting the prop picture thumbnail that you can see is picture thumbnail. Okay, so what is happening, go back here. Remember that we are in this span widget. I'm consuming this prop and I'm consuming this prop. Okay, that is the recent users list from the state. I'm mapping through that. I'm getting this value that is the same as this value. Okay, and inside that I'm mapping, because it's an array, I'm getting the prop and the index, and I'm returning a list of divs. Okay, not a list, but a lot of these divs. Okay, that are these parts. Okay, in case I want to add another thing into this, I won't add anything here, but you will see in this widget, and it will parse this information, okay, the elements inside the component. So let's take a look. For example, I'm going to copy and paste another of these widgets, save, refresh, and you can see that I'm getting the same information. Don't take a look at this. I mean, don't mind the design, because you will build better designs and things like that, because this is just to show you how to implement this, and especially these props. Let's go to, I think it's okay, widget. So I'm going to change this in a second. Let me show you. This one has less information, so this will be easier to look at. So remember that I'm passing this heading. Okay, I'm telling this widget that it will get this prop called heading and this prop called value. Okay, so I'm passing the heading, the value, that the total tickets is on the state. This could be coming from an API or a database. You will see that all are the same, okay, but in this case I'm passing information inside this component. Okay, so I'm consuming heading and value. I'm just saying this class name that is going to be the value and the heading, and this props children is getting all this information, all this thing inside, that is this thing. Okay, so this was the first one, so let me change this one and another, if I can type another description, and let me just, this is the other. Okay, let's save that and look. Okay, so this will not affect anything on the other component, because this is a different component. Okay, but it's just, well, not, yeah, it's a different component. Well, it's the same component. Okay, it's getting the same, it's expecting the same information. It's the same component, but managed in a different way. Okay, so in case you will need to use, okay, a lot of these widgets, you can just copy them and paste them and change all the information you need, these values, these headings, because I can change this to another, another tickets, let's say. It makes no sense, but okay. You see, and I'm getting all the changes. Change that 25, because remember, this is the total tickets, that is this one. But if I add another total with 12, okay, let's add a comma there, and say what was the name, another total. Okay, is that state another total. Save that back. Okay, you can see that although it's the same component, it's expecting the information in the same way, but I can add whatever I want into this. Okay, whatever information I want, and it will return and parse all the data without affecting anything else. So this is a reusable component because I can copy that as I showed you and change it, without the need of creating another component called widget that expects the same information. Okay? I don't need to copy any of these to create, I don't know, a widget 2 or another widget, So that's the power of getting the props and getting these props children that will allow me to get elements or even components inside and to parse the information. Okay, I can do whatever I want with the with the children. Okay, inside this widget, and any element I add here will be treated the same. Okay, so okay, let's go. As I see, this will be a really short video. Yeah. Oh no, because I have the charts. I got to show you the charts. Okay, so that's the first part. These reusable components, okay, that will give you the chance to just copy the component and treat information, in case you need to add another one that treats the information the same way but with different data. You will be able to do it using this kind of syntax. Well, not syntax, but this way, using this way. Okay, using props and props children to pass any element inside these components. Okay, so that's that. Let me remove this one. Okay, so I got that. Okay, now let's go to charts. Okay, let's go to line chart widget. But let's go back here. I think I got the information here. Line chart data. Okay, and yes, I only have two. Okay, so this is the same line chart widget. Okay, I'm passing the heading. Let's go to line chart. I'm doing the same. Essentially, in this case, I'm getting the heading because I need a heading, and I'm getting the value. Okay, in this case, the value is this state line chart data data. Okay. Using this line chart data data. Okay, and I'm passing this into my component. I'm using this line that gets the data because I'm importing the line that is the chart, the line chart from React-Chartsjs2. Okay, I need to pass this element in order to create the line chart. and I need to pass the data, the options data, that in this case is just this object, no, that is expecting with the labels, that these props labels. I think I'm not passing labels here. Yes, I'm passing labels, and that way I'm getting these props labels, okay, as the object the line chart is expecting, and also this props value, that is actually this, the array. Okay, so I'm passing the labels and the data into individual props, value and labels, and I'm just consuming them here, these props labels and these props that value. Okay, so remember that this is the array and this is the labels array. This is just for the colors, because it's a line chart, and you will need to add, I think, another set of arrays. I can't remember how to use this. You will need to take a look at the documentation on GitHub, Jira REST, React-Chartsjs2. Okay, if you want to take a look at that. So also the border color, but yeah, remember to add this line element, passing the data because it's expecting this data, and passing your data, that is this object. Okay, so in this case with React it's pretty simple to use these charts. Later you will see on Angular how to kind of implement the same, but it's a little different. In that case we use services, and yeah, it's a little tricky. In this case React is better handling this kind of information. Okay, we already have our line chart widget. Okay, so I'm passing this state to show you that you could have all your state here, or maybe if you're using Redux or something else, you will not need to get the state here. But in the case you need, or you don't want to implement Redux, you can have all your state here, all the data coming from a database. Okay, just to use these little components to pass the information you need. Okay, so let's go to pie chart. Is the another one using labels. Is an array, and using data, that is also an array. Oh, I got the same. Doesn't matter. Really. So in this case, I'm using the same pie chart, a pie chart widget. So this, okay, I'm consuming the heading that is here, consuming this value that is pie chart data, that in this case is the value for the charts. Okay, same as this. Mm, yeah, okay, let me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. this is this. Okay. So let me remove this and then get rid of that. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's go back to line chart and remove. I was like, what the hell is that? Move this props value. Sorry. Okay, that went away. So let's go back to pie chart. So yeah, I'm consuming the heading and this options data is the same. I'm getting the props, the labels of the props and the value that are the labels and the value. Okay, you're setting them into these options in object and passing this pie that we need to import. Okay, because we are using the pie chart. And getting this information as this just is getting all this, okay, and creating the chart for us with just this element, and this props children that in this case is another a h3 and another paragraph. Okay. So as I said, the way to use reusable components is to manage the props and manage the children on a component. Okay, so you could add whatever you want on this inside these components, and they, as you manage them inside your component, they will be treated the same, meaning that in the case of this widget, that we just copy the widget and add it without the need of building another component, you know, expecting or saying, let's go to widget, or saying here instead of this props heading to set the heading as, I don't know, to set heading, right, and this to be the value. We don't have to do this, okay, because we will need to create another widget, and with that we will add more overload into our application. So we just need to create a component, okay, that manage each data or I mean that manage the data in the way you want of that component, and in case you need similar behavior, you just go to Reactjs, you just grab your component, add it on another place, okay, change your information, remove this, or let me just say something, well, never mind, okay, and you will get your other component managing the information, well, another set of data in the way you want, okay. So this will give you a lot of play in your applications. So I think this was a nice way to show you, because on a dashboard you will need to create another you will need to have similar behaviors on different components, and to create those components will add a lot of code into your application. Picture that you will need to add another line chart and another pie chart. You know, you will get a ton of components that are essentially doing the same. So in this case, just get the prompts, passing them from your root, okay, and you decide how to manage your information. If you want to loop, whatever you want, if you want to filter, you know, whatever. And in case you need to get something inside this component, like this, what, you know, images or something else, you just need to add this.props.children and it will parse anything you have inside this component. Okay, so I think that's it for now. Next time I will show you, just on my screen, okay, I will show you how to implement this kind of same behavior on Angular. As I said, this was a really messy demo, you know, but was just to show you how to implement the reusable components in your React applications. Okay, so that's it for today, and see you on the next one.